Right now on Fox 43 Featured, community members showed up to voice their opposition to a data center in Cumberland County, why the plan was scrapped altogether. And PPL is looking to increase rates for its customers. Fox 43 finds out the details of the state investigation into the request. Plus, a Lancaster County community is looking to help authorities find the person who shot a rare deer, why they're pledging thousands of dollars for information leading to a suspect. Thanks for joining us for Fox 43 Featured. I'm Sedona Meadows. For the next half hour, we'll be revisiting some of our top stories this week. Starting in Cumberland County, a township public hearing on a data center rezoning application was adjourned early on Tuesday after accusations of the Board of Supervisors violating state law and the application being improper. Fox 43's Melena Brown was at the hearing and shares why the public discussion was tabled and what may come next.
If it wasn't for people putting this on Facebook and spreading the word that way, people would not have known. You have an obligation to provide the required public notice, and that has not happened here.
In Southampton Township, Cumberland County, the Board of Supervisors attempted to hold a public hearing Tuesday evening after an application was submitted to rezone land to allow for a data center. But things quickly heated up as one woman who advocates for residents knowing the laws around such changes called out legal issues with the meeting.
You know this for your Board of Supervisor meetings. You put the agenda on at least 24 hours in advance. That has to be done for these meetings. The Sunshine Act requires it.
Marcel Kerslake stated that the township violated several aspects of the Sunshine Act, which establishes requirements to hold a public hearing, as well as violations of the township zoning ordinance and municipal planning code. She claims the township did not post the agenda at least 24 hours in advance on the township website or building.
Did anyone find out about this through the township website? No. Did you find out, or did you happen to notice it in the newspaper?
No. She also claims the zoning officer did not submit paperwork on time, and the posting about the zoning change did not list all the properties affected. This prompted the board to go into a private executive session, and when they returned, they began asking the property owner questions about his application, like why he submitted an application for several properties that he does not own.
It made more sense to me to do that than just pick out our property.
However, Collinsworth did not have approval or signatures from all the property owners that he listed on the application, and one was in attendance.
Are any of those other owners present tonight?
Right here, I didn't agree to nothing.
Collinsworth said he attempted to talk with his neighbor, and when he didn't hear from him, he just went ahead with the application.
He never, got back with me to sign it, so I didn't bother him anymore.
After all of the presented issues, the board made the decision to adjourn, citing legal concerns.
I'm concerned that it may or may not have been handled properly, so I would like to adjourn.
It was unclear what the next step will be, but it was implied that Collinsworth, the applicant, would have to start the process over. Melena Brown, Fox 43 News.
Economists predict that utility bills could spike due to the fast rollout of AI data centers across the country. The study says Americans paid 3.6% more on electricity and natural gas in this year's third quarter compared to the same time last year. Authors of the study add the build-out of data centers is generating more electric capacity and grid investments, placing pressure on consumer bills. PPL customers could soon be paying more on their energy bill, but a Pennsylvania Public Utility Commission investigation could change that. Fox 43's Jackie DeTore finds out what PPL customers can do to save money.
PPL electric customers could be paying, on average, $13 more per bill next year if the company's latest rate hike is approved by the PUC. The company says this is the first distribution rate hike proposal in nearly a decade. PPL claims it needs the extra money, which is more than $350 million, to upgrade its power grid for things like extreme weather and to protect against cyber threats. But now the PUC voted to suspend and investigate PPL's request. That means rates won't change while state investigators take a closer look at the request. And the 1.5 million PPL customers in PA get a chance to share their thoughts on the proposal. A spokesperson for the PUC says that public input really does matter in the final decision. Now, an investigation like this is not uncommon, but it could take a while, sometimes up to a year before any decision is made. In the meantime, there are other ways to save money on your bill. Pennsylvanians can shop around for their energy supplier on papowerswitch.com. Now, in this case, your electric company would still be PPL, but you would get to pick a different company to actually supply the energy. So far, those public hearing dates and times have not been set up for PPL customers when it comes to that rate hike proposal. Once they do, we'll be sure to let you know how you can make your voice heard. And if you have a consumer story or scam you want me to look into, Fox 43 wants to find out. Let me know. Send an email to fox43findout at fox43.com or join the Fox 43 Finds Out group on Facebook.
Famous boxer and entrepreneur Mike Tyson was at the state capitol on Wednesday, meeting with lawmakers to advocate for the legalization of recreational marijuana. Tyson was discussing Senate Bill 120. The bipartisan legislation would allow adult use of weed across the state and create a cannabis control board to oversee regulations. Tyson, who owns his own cannabis brand, has become an active advocate of legalizing the drug in states across the country. The boxer even called out Republican Senator Scott Martin earlier this year in a social media post requesting the chance to sit down with him. Martin previously said this summer he would not discuss any recreational marijuana proposals until a state budget is passed. Conservative group PA Family Council released a statement in response to Tyson's visit, saying in part, Pennsylvania doesn't need celebrity endorsements to shape public policy. We need credible evidence on public health and safety. Paid lobbyists pushing addiction for profit schemes should never overshadow the voices of health experts, law enforcement, and parents who see marijuana's real world impact every day, end quote. Senate Bill 120 was last referred to a Senate committee in July. Animal rights advocates joined state lawmakers in Harrisburg on Monday to support House Bill 1816, also known as Victoria's Law. Victoria's Law is named after a German shepherd who bred more than 150 puppies over 10 years at a puppy mill. She also had an incurable neurological disease that she likely passed to her puppies. If passed, the bill would prevent pet stores from selling dogs, cats, and rabbits that were bred at puppy mills and get them to partner with shelters and responsible breeders. Victoria's mother says the law would protect families from unknowingly supporting puppy mills and taking on unexpected vet bills.
When people have to go and spend unnecessarily or unexpectedly, they may not be prepared for it, so either the animal can't get the care they need or a family has to make a devastating decision.
Victoria's Law has been introduced several times since 2019 in both the State House and Senate, while similar laws have passed in cities like Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. The Pennsylvania Game Commission is investigating an incident in Lancaster County where a piebald buck was shot and in an area not open to hunting. Fox 43's Tyler Poglich spoke with locals and has reaction and what game officials are trying to do to catch the person responsible.
It was a quiet trail that became the center of an unusual heartbreak. For years, this piebald buck, a snow-white patchwork among the woods along Farmingdale Trail in East Hempfield Township, had become to neighbors a neighborhood celebrity.
Because it was just exciting to see.
And he was so gentle, and they would just sit there and watch her. You could look back, whatever, but it was very kind soul.
Now, people here say they're left with questions and a hole where a small wonder once walked.
Sadness.
Sadness and rage.
Disbelief, sadness.
And those feelings are spurring action. Posters now line the trail and social media pages calling for help and respect for wildlife.
It's really a pledge that we don't collect until we find the person, to give a reward to people who may have some information about the person, the incident, remembers, seeing a car, whatever it may be.
Yeah. The animal's death has changed how neighbors see this trail and what they expect from those who share it.
And so the locals are concerned, and rightfully so. They said, what if he would have missed and it could have killed someone, killed a dog, gone into the neighbor.
For now, the woods are quiet, but they're not letting the bucks disappear.
They just stole a very
precious,
mystical, precious thing from us is what they did.
Anyone with information, you can contact the numbers on your screen or head to FOX43.com. Tyler Poglich, Fox 43 News.
Doctors say spine health is important regardless of whether you deal with back pain. What they say you can do to protect your spine in this week's Health Smart Report. Back pain can slow you down, and experts say there's a lot you can do now to protect your spine health before it becomes a bigger problem. In this week's Health Smart, Fox 43's Amy Lutz lets you know how you can keep your back healthy.
Your spine supports everything you do, and just like the rest of your body, it naturally wears down with age.
Our spine health definitely deteriorates over time. Genetics, a person's body weight, things like that can influence their spine health.
There are ways to keep it strong, so we talked to a UPMC expert to find out how.
Just keep your core strong, weight-bearing exercise, walking, eating the right foods, high in calcium and vitamin D can also help increase your bone health.
Samantha Carver is a nurse navigator. She says it's important to start those good habits early in life and adds that limiting screen time for kids can help encourage them to stay more active. Oh, and watch those backpacks. Experts say even the best backpack can cause problems if it's too heavy.
If they're carrying like 10 textbooks in their backpack, their back is going to start to be sore if they're doing that all day. So definitely important to kind of keep that in mind as well for school-aged kids.
As a rule of thumb, make sure it weighs no more than 10% of the child's body weight.
If kids are complaining of, persistent back pain or some other symptoms like numbness and tingling going down their legs, anything like that, that's the time when you would want to seek, medical care from your primary care doctor.
Experts also say posture makes a big difference. So stand tall, move often, and your back will thank you later.
With your Health Smart Report, Amy Lutz, Fox 43 News.
Penn State Health's newest cancer center welcomed its first patients this week. Penn State leaders say the new facility at Hampton Medical Center in Cumberland County unifies services from 3 separate locations to make appointments and treatment more convenient for patients. The new center is located on the hospital's ground floor, offering physician appointments, lab services, medical oncology, and radiation therapy, among other services. A local facility that offers equine therapy is launching a new competition. How it's giving riders of all abilities the opportunity to get involved. A horse therapy center in York County is bringing a new competition to riders of all abilities. In this week's On the Bright Side, Fox 43's Gabrielle Mediak takes us to Walnut Grove Farms, where they're blazing a new trail in the therapeutic riding industry.
Unlike most people, Peyton Goresh actually looks forward to Monday mornings.
Super excited. She says horse as soon as we pull into the driveway. She knows some of the volunteers' names. And yeah, she's excited from the moment she wakes up.
She starts each week by riding with Milo at Walnut Grove Farms in Dover.
He looks for her when she comes, and he's just really a gentle giant. He really is with her.
The pair has become quite the dynamic duo over the past 4 years.
You can see when she's up riding, she's extremely happy, flapping her arms, and he's just really calm, smooth. He'll stop if she gets super excited.
While usually wheelchair bound, Peyton's mom says being up on the horse gives this 21-year-old a sense of freedom she wouldn't otherwise find.
It's given her a lot more upper body strength. It's made her happier. It's made her more vocal, given her more community involvement.
That sense of belonging, something owner of the therapy center, Renee Poff, has long supported.
It gives them something to lean on that's non-judgmental. They don't look at them as someone in a wheelchair or someone with a prosthetic leg or someone with autism. They look at them as a human being, and the relationship that starts to be created between horse and rider. It's pretty incredible.
She started the nonprofit back in 2021 with 34 horses, training riders to compete. So when a competition wasn't equipped to let Peyton ride, she jumped in and she created her own.
This is a sport that you can very easily include everyone. When the rider is up on the horse, everyone's looking down. So to ask to exclude someone from a sport that can be so inclusive with those accommodations, that's really why we went this direction and started this competition.
She launched the first Mid-Atlantic Alliance Therapeutic Championship at the farm this month.
Trying to come together and create something that we would leave no rider behind. We have included wheelchair-bound riders. We were able to include our pediatric cancer kids in this competition, and we did not leave anyone behind.
Renee says the key adaptive feature in the competition was a mounting ramp, allowing 19 people, including Peyton, to be included.
It helps me see her out like everybody else gets to be out. You know, as a mom, it helps my heart to see her involved in the community and to see people treat her like everybody else wants to be treated.
Deaf and legally blind rider Daniel Schaefer was also able to compete.
It's the first time Daniel's ever competed in anything. So it's been great because we've been able to invite family members and friends, celebrating something that he can do and that he loves to do.
And parents and riders alike say they left feeling inspired.
I think there wouldn't be chances for people like Peyton to be able to be involved in things like this in the community if it weren't for nonprofits like Walnut Grove.
A sense of pride and feeling included, like they're a part of something really big, that is really the ultimate goal.
Owner Renee says the competition was free to riders and she plans to keep it that way. In the upcoming year, Walnut Grove plans to team up with other Mid-Atlantic state therapeutic programs, and they want to create an alliance to keep supporting all riders. Great there. And as always, if you have a bright idea for me, I would love to share it. Send me an email at gmediac@fox43.com. On the bright side, I'm Gabrielle Mediac.
Well, if you're looking for some cozy fall fun, Roundabout Bagels in Carlisle, Cumberland County is offering up seasonal treats alongside some furry friends. The Cat Cafe has been open for about 7 months, providing guests with coffee, tea, bagels, and of course, tons of adorable and adoptable cats from the Furry Friends Network. Right now, the cafe is making things like mummy bagels, pumpkin spice lattes, and more. Owners of the business say the goal is really to connect people with cats.
We really opened with a mission to bring cats to people and to give people a place to come and meet new cats that they might want to make part of their forever family.
The shop is open every day but Monday. Reservations are encouraged in order to spend time with the cats. Roundabout Bagels also has a second location opening in Shippensburg this week. All the details can be found on our website, fox43.com. Well, a Lebanon County football player is standing out on the field. How she's hoping her drive will inspire other girls to love the game. At Anvil-Cleona High School in Lebanon County, one football player is breaking barriers, proving the sport is for everyone. In this week's Sports Spotlight, Fox 43's Lauren Bradford introduces us to junior wide receiver Julie Goss.
At Anvil-Cleona High School, if you want to play football, the Dutchmen will make it happen.
We'll take anyone who wants to be here, who wants to work hard. We don't like to say we have a girl on the team. We just have 41 athletes.
One of those 41 athletes is junior Julie Goss, a second-year player for the Dutchmen.
In the beginning, a lot of people, I don't think they paid much attention. Like, of course they paid attention to the aspect like, oh, there's a girl on the team, but they didn't have very high standards. They didn't think it would go anywhere.
But Julie wasn't going anywhere, giving her all to the program.
Julie's one of the hardest workers we've had. She shows up to every single summer workout. She's super strong, super dedicated, and just great to have around the program.
We have fun. Once the helmet goes on, it's just like she's another one of the guys.
Julie may have chosen to join the team on her own, but she didn't have to go through her first season alone. sharing a locker room with senior Kaylee Pennington.
I'm really glad I had that experience. I don't know if I could do it starting out by myself, because you just have someone who understands what it's like and you can talk to about anything, and they understand the parts that like having guy friends on the team wouldn't understand. I still talk to her today, like if I have a problem, I'm like, Kaylee, you won't believe what happened, and she understands the entire time.
One of the biggest challenges, the never-ending stereotypes.
When people find out I play, they're like, are you any good? And that like kind of starts to hurt. Being the only girl on the team is super hard, and people who make their own assumptions about it and have their own like stereotypes, it kind of gets to you sometimes, but then you come to practice and you talk to your friends and it's not that bad anymore.
Julie stands as an example that girls can take the field on Friday nights too.
I think it's so important that other girls are seeing it. If you're a girl thinking about playing football, just go try it and it'll change your life.
Lauren Bradford, Fox 43.
Game 3 of the MLB World Series this week between the LA Dodgers and Toronto Blue Jays has tied the record for the longest game in the series history. It took 18 innings, the length of 2 baseball games combined, to find a winner in Game 3 of the World Series. It was deja vu for Dodgers fans who watched an 18-inning Game 3 of the World Series 7 years ago and got to see another one Monday night. The 6-hour and 50-minute ball game ended with Freddie Freeman hitting a home run to win it for the home team, giving the Dodgers a 2-1 lead in the best-of-7 series. Well, that's going to do it for Fox 43 Featured. Thanks for spending part of your day with us. Have a good one.